And hello, and welcome back to more Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. Last time we experienced the Odeon duel, or Joey versus Odeon, and I believe we also fought Yami Bakura with his Destiny board shenanigans. And this time, we do Seto Kaiba versus Ishizu, and yeah, right here, it just mentions that the next duel was Mai versus the real Merrick, which we unfortunately couldn't play, and like I said, it would have just been a really nice experience to have Merrick in all his evil bastard glory face against Mai, but that's unfortunately not the timeline that we live in. So, yeah. Shame, but hey, there's nothing that you can really do about that. Your friend made a costly mistake by dueling against me, and now I'm afraid she's paying the ultimate price. Notice her motionless appearance? That's because her mind is trapped in the Shadow Realm. The Shadow Realm is totally not a metaphor for being killed. Yeah, that's something in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! That when Yu-Gi-Oh! Is brought over here, that, they basically just dubbed over. Like, there's going to be one moment in particular in 5Ds that I would like to point out, but basically, the main thing you need to know is that they don't say kill in the dub, they say Shadow Realm. In fact, here, I'm just gonna let you, read that dialogue for a moment, but basically, it's really dumb. Like, there's a moment where, Yugi and Kaiba tag duel against Umbra, against two characters known as Umbra and, Lumi? I forget the other character's name, but, like, it's very clear that they would fall to their death. You know, like, their life points were attached to these explosives, and if they hit 0, then they would explode. And they still said Shadow Realm. It's like, what? No, they're going to die. And, yeah, it's just something worth pointing out. Also, that was my pop. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is ridiculous sometimes, honestly. I think they even still use Shadow Realm in the dub, even in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! It's kind of stupid, honestly. So if you can, I would honestly recommend watching the English sub. Like, this is the one time where I'll say, watch the sub, not the dub. Especially since, there's gonna be one moment in particular in Arc 5 that just absolutely infuriates me because of how they turned a badass moment into a freaking joke. And I'll get to that when I get to that, but yeah, just it's annoying. Anyway, back to me failing to read. All right, you geeks, clear the field for the next duel. The next duel is Seto Kaiba versus Ishizu Ishtar. The same Ishizu who Yugi and Taya met at the museum. She was the mysterious 8th duelist. This is quite a surprise. Yes, we meet again, Seto Kaiba. So you've come to win back Obelisk. What I've come for is greater importance. I've come to save my brother. Brother? Yes, for the past 5,000 years, an Ishtar has stood guard over the Pharaoh's tomb. only Merrick turned against us, and the evil within him is even stronger now. If you remember, my Millennium Necklace has the power to show me events that are yet to come. And now it shows me that she will lose this duel. Enough with the Millennium items. I don't believe in that nonsense. I plan and this with one goal in mind, to reclaim my place as the #1 duelist in the world. Have you forgotten that it was my idea to organize the Battle City tournament to lure duelists like Merrick? And my plan worked, and for my brother is here, and the hardest task is yet to come. The evil within him must be stopped. I'm surrounded by superstitious nitwits. Take your hocus-pocus nonsense to someone else's tournament. My Millennium Necklace predicts that your lack of faith will be your downfall. Yeah, so a worthy thing of note, in the actual anime, basically Ishizu predicted literally everything that was going to happen in this duel. And, like, she predicted, Kaiba using something known as the Crush Card Virus, and basically just turned it against him. Basically making it so that he had no choice but to summon Obelisk and win the duel. It was pretty insane. But anyway, let's see. Okay. Not gonna worry about that. I'm going to normal summon Vorse Raider, set Ring of Destruction, then I'm going to attack her face down. That's fine. Yeah, like, I think that what she does is she runs a reverse mill deck. Yeah. So I'm just going to be like, no to that. And, yeah, so I think her plan is to try and basically just, mess over my life points, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, just gotta... Yeah, I don't know what her plan is here, honestly. Like, I know that she's gonna try and, like, mill herself. And, basically try and get a bunch of fairies in the graveyard. And then I think she's gonna reverse it on me like in the anime, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so let's see. Shuffle one card in your graveyard into your deck. So I'm going to flip summon Dispharaoh Imp and go for a Pot of Greed. Simply because it's too good of a card, like, why wouldn't you? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I can't shrink that, unfortunately. No. So yeah, I'm gonna shuffle Pot of Greed back into the deck. No. Stop it. Let's see here. I'm going to activate Silent Doom here and special summon Vorse Raider back. And then I am going to tribute summon for Blue Eyes White Dragon. Um, yeah, so, as you read from the dialogue there, and I'm pretty sure earlier on it mentioned that, Seto Kaiba is in possession of Obelisk the Tormentor, which in the anime was just, you know, BS overpowered. Like, actual BS. So. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to attack. Now I'm going to activate my Shrink. Half of its original attack points will be, it'll go to half of its original attack points is what I was trying to say. Let's see. Now let's see here. So I'm going to do a bit of a weird play. I'm going to Monster Reborn Vorse Raider. And then I'm going to Ancient Rules for Blue Eyes White Dragon. You know, have 2 Blue Eyes on the field. And because I didn't normal summon yet, I'm going to add Blade Knight. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I went over this in a previous part, but you can actually special summon as many times as you want in a turn, but you can only normal summon once. So I'm going to attack. I get destroy that. Then I'm going to attack with Blue Eyes, destroy that. And yeah, I win the game. I won with Blue Eyes, like in the anime. Victory is mine. Very impressive, Kaiba. You managed to overcome the fate that my Millennium Necklace showed me. I won this duel for the same reasons I'll win this tournament, my superior skills and intelligence. Perhaps, but you taught me a valuable lesson about the nature of destiny, and for that I am grateful. I may have lost a duel, but in the process I have gained something far greater importance, the realization that if I'm to win the battle of my brother's spirit, I will need your help, Kaiba. Thank you, for I know you will help me save my brother. Believe what you need to, Shizu, but I'm only in this for myself. So. Alright, so. Apparently we didn't get a signature card, which is weird. But, that's fine. Okay, so we're actually skipping... We're actually skipping over a large arc in the anime, and one important duel in particular. At least, like, one duel that I consider to be important. And, there's a point in the anime where Joey fought Merrick. Why didn't they include this? I see no reason why they couldn't include this. And like in the semifinals, Joey fought Merrick. Like, just why didn't they include it? I can't think of any reason why they couldn't. It's really just weird. Like I mentioned in previous parts, I just find it to be super weird that they included a lot, that they just excluded a lot of duels. It makes no sense to me. Like the Joey versus Merrick one, I would have liked to see that play out and physically play it, and I feel like some characters just absolutely just got the shaft hard when it came to this game. Like, you know, Merrick was, I believe, the first major villain. He was genuinely evil. Pegasus in the previous arc was trying to revive a lost loved one. So, you know, he was more of a sympathetic villain. Merrick, not so much. He's just like a puppy kicker, basically. I know that it's an evil side of him, but that evil side of him literally would kick a puppy. Like, It's just weird. And also, an entire arc was skipped. I can kind of understand why they had skipped this, but it also basically made it so that some duelists, like, they could have had a duel with Joey's sister, they could have had a duel with Duke Devlin, they could have had a duel with Tristan. Now, we didn't see Duke Devlin in this duel, but if you've seen the anime, you'll know who he is. And, we could have just had a lot in this game, but they just excluded a lot as well. In fact, we also learned about Kaiba and Mokuba's dickhead stepfather in the arc that was skipped, and it's just disappointing that they just skipped that entire arc. Like, they wouldn't... I feel like it wouldn't even be that hard to translate it to a game. And it's just weird. But I just feel like I would mention that before I went into the story duel. Now, I know that I bitch and moan a lot about this game, but I genuinely do like it. I'm more or less, like, giving it tough love, so to speak. But anyway, I'm going to activate Graceful Charity here. Let's see, then I'm going to discard you, and discard you. Then I'm going to do the exact same thing again. Yeah, it's because Ashizu's monster right here, it benefits a lot from having fairy-type monsters in the graveyard. Going to send you, and I'm going to send you. Then I'm going to set you. Set you. I am now going to just set these cards right here. Then activate Drag Down from the grave, and I think I'm going to send his blue eyes to the graveyard. Even though that's kind of a foolish decision, since he could always just Monster Reborn it. But I'm just going to end my turn now. And then I'm going to activate Needlebug Nest. What? You had 2 obelisks in your hand. What? Huh? Like, did I see that wrong? What? I'm pretty sure he had 2 obelisks in his hand. What? What? Okay, let's have an instant replay on that, because I am certain he did not have a Lord of D in his hand. I am certain of it. And I am not seeing any cards. Like, what? Yeah, I'm gonna just cut the recording here, and we're gonna replay that previous segment, because I'm genuinely confused. So yeah, just see you in a bit. Okay, so I checked the previous recording, and yeah, there are no shenanigans involved. It's just dragged down. I didn't drag down from the grave. Just makes it so that it just makes it so that you also draw one card, so he probably drew into his Lord of D, and then drew into another Blue Eyes. So, yeah, the AI loves to cheat. But, yeah, just, yeah, no shenanigans. Just, you know. Okay, so, yeah, I just activate Swords of Revealing Light to stall for a turn. I definitely should have gotten rid of his Flute of Summoning Dragon, so I misplayed there, but it's difficult to do things in hindsight. I did what I thought was the best play. I'm going to Tribute Summon. Yeah, so Tribute Summon Dark Lord. Then Monster Reborn. Then I am going to use this. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I did what I thought was the best play, which turned out to not be the best play. Hey, happens though. And, unless he has something, I am going to win next turn, since I don't... Oh, well. Well, that is something. Just need to summon a monster. I'm pretty sure that is a bluff, though. Going to still activate Drag Down from the Grave. Yeah, just get rid of that Polymerization Kaiba. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attack in case that's a shrink. It wasn't a shrink, so that's fine. And yeah, I win. Still though, the AI, it just loves to cheat. Like, you get rid of Blue Eyes, you think it's the best play, then all of a sudden, he just, you know, summons the perfect cards that he needed. Wish I could get that lucky. So anyway, Clash in the Colosseum. More and more fell to the power of Merrick. Merrick dueled Bakura. I completely forgot about this duel. No sense why it was excluded. Yeah, that you're gonna be seeing me, like, you know, just wonder why so many duels were excluded in this game, but there's really nothing that can happen. Also, it skipped over an important arc. Now, mind you, that could have been a filler arc, and that's why, but as we're gonna find out later, they use a filler arc in this game. So, yeah. And now it's time for the semifinals. The first match was Joey versus Merrick. Merrick's power is so great that the Winged Dragon of Ra sent Joey to the hospital. It seemed like nothing could stop Merrick's reign of terror. I noticed how it also excluded the fact that Joey was actually about to win this duel against Merrick. And, yeah, just, no, Merrick was about to lose that duel. Joey should have won. Why, game? Why you do this to my boy? Okay, Yugi, we mustn't let Joey's struggle interfere with our concentration. Remember, in order to overcome Merrick, we must get past Kaiba. Well, Yugi, so you decide to show up after all. Of course, to miss this duel is to deny my destiny. Spare me the drama. So why didn't the head herd show up to cheer you on? Are they too busy trying to wake Wheeler up for Ms. Knapp. Joey is in great danger right now, more than you could ever know. Wheeler shouldn't have been here in the first place. I warned him not to play with the big boys, and if you ask me, he got what he deserved. A slap in the face by Raw. Really? Because in the anime, it seemed like you acknowledged the fact that Joey actually did a good job and was about to win, Kaiba. Stop being tsundere. Stop being an asshole. God. And if getting attacked by an Egyptian god card didn't knock sense into that kid, then nothing will. That's enough, Kaiba. You have no idea how dangerous this Duel Monsters tournament of yours has become. The outcome of the Battle City Finals could put the whole world at risk. The only one at risk is you. For once I win, you won't be number one. Kaiba, it isn't always about being number one. It's about dueling with bravery, honor, and respect. And most importantly, putting the needs of others ahead of your own. That's something Joey Wheeler did every day of his life. Yugi, in ancient times, Roman gladiators would battle to put to their doom to prove who is the strongest. Now it's our turn to see which one of us deserves to call himself the greatest in the world. So draw your first card and let the battle begin. With pleasure, Kaiba. Ah, geez, this is just a great duel in the anime. Like, both players, like, both duelists honestly just put on the show of their life. Just, use cards that they've never used before. And it's just amazing. Now let's see here. Yep. Right here, for example. I honestly really like the fact that that Yugi used Joey's Red Eyes Black Dragon in this duel. Also, I think Kaiba might have bricked. Alright, so I'm going to normal summon King's Knight here. King's Knight effect is going to activate, allowing me to special summon Jack's Knight from my deck. Now, this deck right here is actually the Arcania Joker deck. And, I actually really like it. Now, Jack's Knight here is what I'd describe as a shitty level 5, but I'm willing to forgive it simply because of, it being part of an archetype. And with the, Arcania Joker deck, it's pretty easy to special summon this card. So, yeah, this is a case where I'm willing to let a shitty level 5 slide. So, I win. Sorry, Kaiba. I'm going to tribute my 3 monsters in order to summon Slifer the Sky Dragon. Would have been nice to get a special animation. And now it's time to attack. And, yeah, that's game. Sorry, Kaiba. Oh, geez, if that's not foreboding, I don't know what is. You lose, Kaiba. I told you your hatred and lust for power would never prevail. I did it, but the toughest battle is still ahead, when I face Merrick in the final duel. So, I'm going to do the reverse duel now, and I really hope that wasn't foreboding in any kind of way. Oh, no. Yeah, I am suddenly worried about bricking now. Hey, let's see, though. Light Force Sword. Please go after one of my obelisk. Yeah, sweet. So I lost nothing. Okay. So yeah, XYZ Dragon Cannon right there. I actually really like the A to Z archetype. I think that it's a pretty fun, unique archetype. Okay, gonna make you waste your Karibo there. Basically what this archetype is that it focuses heavily on the, on Union. Basically what Union is you can equip other monsters to other monsters as long as they're compatible. Like right here, as you can see, X Head Cannon and Y Dragon Cannon are compatible with Z Metal Tank here. And you know, I just think it's cool. Swords of Revealing Light. Jeez. Yeah, facing off against Yugi means having to deal with a lot of stall, unfortunately. I'm going to set Z Metal Tank into defense mode. Huh. Yugi's bricking now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate Cost down here, and I'm actually going to get rid of my Obelisk the Tormentor. And then I can normal summon Blue Eyes White Dragon for 1 tribute, which I'm going to do right now. Yeah, Cost down is a card that reduces let's see. I'll just read its effect. Discard 1 card for the rest of the turn. Reduce the levels of all monsters in your hand by 2. So, you know, really, really fun card there. But levels go back during the end phase, so... the reason why I did that is so that Blade Knight... It's so that Blade Knight will get powered up. And now let's see, I'm going to activate Summoner's Art to get rid of some of the clog in my deck. And then I'm going to normal summon Blade Knight to the field. I could definitely summon Obelisk the Tormentor next turn, but I don't know if I want to do that. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not immune to card effects. That's the one thing about the Egyptian God cards that makes them pretty difficult to use, in my opinion. They can still be affected by spells and traps. I think Winged Dragon of Ra is the only one that isn't. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So, the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to see if that's a Mirror Force. Okay, it's not a Mirror Force. Yeah, it's just like, with Yugi, you can never tell if something is or isn't a Mirror Force. Oh, geez. It seems like both Kaiba and Yugi bricked pretty badly. So I think I got really lucky. So if all 4 of my attacks go through... Actually, I only needed 3. Yeah, I win! I swear, in the anime, it's much, much more epic. It's just, for some reason, the game decided to be easy on me. So anyway, that's it for this episode of Let's Play Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. I know that I could very realistically just do a couple more duels for this episode, but I want to make the next duel the perfect cutoff point since it's kind of the end of the arc. So anyway, yeah, we we do the finals between Yugi Moto and Merrick Ishtar. See you guys then.